All right, so let's start improving this code. Let's run it. The length of the sum of the two binary numbers will always be greater than the length of the binary number. So the binary numbers are 7 digits long. The sum is going to be greater than that because at one point, for instance, here, when these two places are being summed, the binary number is going to produce an extra number to carry over and so on. All right, so first cycle cannot start at 0 because 0 is here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cycles has to start. It's going to be tricky. This is going to be very, very tricky. Because if I start, I think I got to add another cycle. Because if I start at 6, which is the last index of the two binary numbers, then this right here, sum, is going to be out of bounds at one point. So I have to create a second cycle in order to start inputting the sum into the array of sum, but at index 9 of sum. So that I can start inputting the sum of the two arrays into index 9 of sum array. Okay, because otherwise when I get to 0, index 0, and I keep going adding the rest, I'm going to have an out of bounds experience. So let's create another static int sum cycle. Okay, let's call it sum cycle. And that's going to be equal to 9. Because, well, 8. Okay. Because 9 places is how long the array is, but the index starts at 0. So we have to start at 0. Okay, so now I have to go ahead and correct the code in everywhere here. Sum, there's a cycle. I have to increase it to sum cycle. Okay, so let's find out where sum is everywhere and let's update it to sum cycle. Sum cycle. Okay, sum cycle. Okay. Sum cycle. Sum cycle. Sum cycle. Okay. All right. So now, as you can see, we're taking into consideration that the length of the array sum is larger than the length of the binary numbers themselves. So we got to start at the end of the index of some cycle in order to start calculating and adding the numbers in the right order. Okay. Now, as far as the cycle should not be 6. Okay, cycle should not be 6 because the carryover, well, actually, I took that into consideration down here, which is sum equals to carryover plus 1 carryover. Okay, that's going to take into consideration the very last index or the last carryover number that we have left stored in carryover. Okay, that's going to take that into consideration. So what we do here, what we will do here is then start increasing the cycle to the length of this, the binary numbers. We're going to change that as well. And since I am a new coder, we're going to do bin one that lags. I think this is it right here. Okay. Thank you, ID. Okay, now that makes sense. Cycle is bin that lasts. So what we're going to do here is, as long as cycle is greater than 0, okay, which cycle is bin that last, we're going to be decreasing the value of cycle to less than the length of binary number 1. And we're going to be decreasing, let's see, increasing it. Before we were adding to it, but now we are going to decrease it. Okay, minus, cycle minus 1. Okay. And we want to test this code to see what it does. Let's run the code. Index 7 out of bounds for lamp7, a binary 23. So that is okay. 23. Oh, okay. Minus 1, of course. Now that's correct. Because otherwise it's out of bounds. So let's run it again. I guess I misunderstand how breakpoints work. So let's switch over to Safari and Google. Right. Straight up a little bit. Program execution at a specific point. Yes. That's what I thought I was doing, but obviously that did not stop the system from continuing because it evaluated line 38 39, which is beyond. Okay. Toggle breakpoint F8. Behavior breakpoints can be simple, for example, suspending the program and reaching some line of code, or involve more complex logic against additional conditions, writing long messages, and so on. A breakpoint remains your project until you remove it explicitly, except for temporary breakpoints. Okay. Suspend the program upon reaching the line of code where the breakpoint was set. This type of breakpoint can be set on any executable line of code. Method breakpoint. Suspend the program upon entering or exiting a specified method or one of its implementations, allowing you to check the method entry exit conditions. Good. Field watch points. Suspend the program when the specified field is read or written to. This allows you to react to interactions with specific instance variables. Exception breakpoints. Suspend the program when the throwable or the subclasses are thrown. They apply globally to the exception condition and do not require particular source code reference. Okay. All right, so set breakpoints. Click the gutter at the executable line of code where you want to set the breakpoint. Alternatively, place a caret at the line and press Command F8. Now we know. If the line contains a lambda expression, you can select whether you want to set a regular line breakpoint or the program should only be suspended when the lambda is called. Right. Click the gutter at the line where the method is declared. Alternatively, place the caret at the line and press F8. Suspend the program when the default construction of some class is called. Okay. Okay. To match multiple classes or methods, click view breakpoints in the left part of the debug tool window. Then click add Control N and specify the class method used to match the beginning, the ending, or the entire identifier. Okay, well, now let's go back to our IDE and let's make it happen. Right? Reaching 8, command F8. Oh, damn it. What is this? Y from Y. That thing again. Command F8 is making Chrome start. I guess there is a system. Let's try that again. I think there is a system. Oh, well. Can you just remove the breakpoint? Command F8. Well, it didn't work. I guess there's only when there's code. Okay, so let's then suspend it at here in 34. Command F8. Let's suspend it right there. Let's run it again. And let's see. I want to test this right here. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2. Why is it reading that? It shouldn't read that. It should suspend upon reaching this line. Okay. Let's try. Let's try it again. Okay. So I understand what is happening. It's parsing. While it's parsing, it's giving me the out of bounds and compiling the code. And the breakpoints are absolutely not working. No. Okay. So some cycle equals some cycle minus one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so 29. Okay. Okay, so when it was parsing, it was telling me that it was going to be out of bounds, so it didn't, the breakpoints were not running at that point, but now I understand. Now this here, I don't understand why this isn't working because, okay, this is not right. Okay, this right here should not be here. And this should be here. That's more like it. What is this? Okay. That's because of this, of course. So let's just make sure this doesn't go over here. This goes here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This right here. Okay. This really looks weird. Let's go it. Okay. Okay, so here, boom. This should be like this. And this one here. Okay, that's one make it. This one here. Okay, let's go here. So go like this. Shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, well, that's more like it. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so this right here, down here. Perfect. Oh, this error should not be happening. Why is this happening? What just happened? What just happened? Damn it. Oh my God. That shouldn't be happening. That's gonna give me an error, obviously, but that shouldn't be happening. Why is it happening? Of course, 929. See, I'm not getting this error here. Okay, okay. Perfect. Okay. Let's run it again. Okay. So cycle gave us many cycle number 6. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we have to correct for cycle greater than or equal to 0, because we have to account for index 0. So that has to run. Let's run it again. binary 60. Okay, so let's. So we have to put some cycle here. Okay, well, that makes sense. Let's look at the results again. 69. Okay, and then it's what the heck do I have? Oh, this right here. Okay. We shouldn't have to make a correction here. +1. Now this is, hold on a second. Let's think about this. Okay. Exception in thread out of bounds. Length index -1 is out of bounds for length 9 at binary. Okay. So -1, okay, is, oh, of course, because I'm using a is equal to cycle, not some cycle. So we have to correct this. So we have to do A is equal to some, this is gonna be beautiful, some cycle, okay? And A, as long as A is greater, okay, or equal to cycle, want to decrease A. That's what we're gonna do. Now that should fix it because we're decreasing. Okay, cycle will go on until all until the length of the binary numbers are done. And now cycle will finish. It will start at some cycle and it will start diminishing, start at the end and start diminishing. So it's gonna print this backwards, in other words. So we should run this again. Let's go. It's 9. Is it? Okay. 9. Just so what we're gonna do is increase it to 12 just in case. Or not, because I don't want to cut the answer short with a binary number. So let's just increase it. Is it still? Okay, so how many cycles did we go over here? So cycle 0, cycle 0, cycle 0. Okay. I'm wondering if cycle is always here resetting to, let's take this out. Okay. Okay, so what is happening here? Okay. Nice. Yes. Okay, so condition one evaluated. Two. Oh, what the heck did I do here now? Okay, let's run it again. Okay, condition two evaluated. Make it easier to read. See. Let's test that. Okay. There's a 5 value. Condition 6 evaluated. Test my code. Okay, let's ignore that out of bound exception for now. And let's make sure this thing is up here. Okay. So let's analyze this. Let's analyze this.